Speed Duel is a fast-paced alternative format for Yu-Gi-Oh! Using regular cards and throwing in skills to shake things up, making some unused cards more viable, allowing more anime strategies to come to life. Join us as we progress through each Speed Duel product release and draft each skill available at that time before battling it out in Speed Duel Skill Draft. Speed Duel GX Duelists of Shadow released March 30th, 2023, and just like the Battle City and Duel Academy boxes before it, contains 8 pre-built 20-card decks, 20 new skills, and 21 additional cards for further customization. Victory of the Shadow Riders starts face down on the field in your spell/trap zone as a continuous spell. You draw one less card at the start of the duel and flip this skill up at the start of your first turn. When activated, add one Sacred Beast from your deck to your hand, and once per turn, you can discard one card to special summon a Fiend monster with 0 attack and defense from your graveyard. Welcome to the Jungle weakens monsters that battle Amazoness monsters until the end of the turn. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Victory of the Shadow Riders, or I guess Hamon Control, Hamon Turbo, I guess is what we're trying to do here. So Victory of the Shadow Riders is a pretty cool skill. Basically, it lets us start off with Hamon in hand, which is not necessarily where we want it, but it's okay. And we can discard a card to special summon a Fiend monster with 0 attack/defense from our graveyard. The Fiend monster in question, and the linchpin of the whole deck, is Dark Summoning Beast. This card's really cool. We can tribute it to special summon Araya, Hamon, or Maraviel from our hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Also, monsters you control cannot attack for that turn. You can only use effect Dark Summoning Beast once per turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard to add one of the Sacred Beasts from our deck to our hand. So, if we get out Hamon, it's a big 4000 beat stick. If it kills a monster by battle, we can inflict 1000 damage. While it's in defense mode, only it can be attacked. 4000 is pretty good, but that on itself is a bit crap, right? Because it can be destroyed quite easily. That is where Fallen Paradise and Cerulean Skyfire come in. Fallen Paradise gives it protection. Those monsters cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects while you control them. If you control one of the Sacred Beasts in your monster zone, you can draw 2 cards. So again, we get 2 cards every turn on top of our normal draw, so we're drawing 3 cards a turn. And then Cerulean Skyfire, to summon Hamon using its own procedure, we can use face down spells, which means we can use our non-continuous spells, such as Soul Exchange and Allure of Darkness to get out Hamon, as well as once per turn while you control an attack position Hamon, you can negate a spell/trap effect activated by your opponent, then change Hamon to defense mode. And if Hamon leaves the field, we take no damage this turn. So basically we get a negate, we make it so our monster can't be targeted or destroyed, which makes it really, really hard for Alex to out. So the rest of the deck is Jinzo, because we don't have any traps. Pretty good to go into. We are also playing the Soul Exchanges and the Cyber Dragons, so getting out Jinzo should be pretty easy. And we are playing the Cyber Dragons and the Soul Exchanges specifically to work with Dark Summoning Beast, because Dark Summoning Beast we have to get out as quickly as possible, and we'll get it out using Soul Exchange or Cyber Dragon, and then kind of get the whole deck going. The Allure of Darkness are in here just basically because if we do get extra copies of Dark Summoning Beast, we don't really do anything with them, and we can just set it and sacrifice them off using Cerulean Skyfire to summon out Hamon. So for the side deck, we just have Galaxy Cyclone in case Alex is on a particularly spell trap heavy deck. We're on the Widespread Ruin because it's really good out to a lot of things, and Lost Wind because it deals with a lot of these special summon threats. So that's the deck. We're feeling, if the deck gets going, it's going to be really oppressive and really hard for Alex to out. If it doesn't, it's probably just going to flop around a bit and kind of do nothing. But let's fire it in and see what Alex has got for us. Yeah, so last week we had the Dark Scorpions versus the Vampires. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see a lot of what the Vampires did, because Dark Scorpions, it turns out, is a bit of an asshole deck. So that seems to be a theme with me, doesn't it? I just keep finding these asshole decks. Saying that, I think if this week goes well, this might end up being another asshole deck. But again, it didn't intend to be. We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting week, I think. What about your deck? Are you excited to play your cards?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because we have still so many options that we have no real idea what the other one's going to be on. So I guess we'll just fire on in.
Let's go.
Hey. We'll take Secondo. Alright, I have Victory of the Shadow Riders. At the start of the duel, I place this card face down in my center spell and trap zone. You draw one less card at the beginning of the duel, so I only have 3 cards in my hand. At the start of your first turn of the duel, flip this card over. When this skill is activated, add Araya, Hamon, or Raviel from my deck to my hand. Once per turn, I can discard a card and special summon a fiend once to a 0 attack.
Okay. Well, do you know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby.
Okay. Okay, so we're on Amazoness. So at the start of the damage calculation, if you took battle damage from a monster involving an opponent's monster in your attack position Amazoness monster, that opponent's monster loses attack and defense equal to the attack of the Amazoness monster it battled until the end of the turn. Okay, so I guess the strat is you want to ram stuff into my big things to weaken them to then kill them with other things. And I guess use like Swordswoman to reflect the damage. Or spoiler alert, all of the sacred beasts have a lot of attack points. So
Yeah. Well, step. And step. No.
Alright, draw for turn. So how does this work? At the beginning of my turn, I can add one of those cards to my hand. So I will add to my hand Amon, the Lord of Striking Thunder. So it cannot be normal summoned to set, must be special summoned from your hand by sending 3 face-up continuous spells you control to the graveyard. So that's the summoning condition. I think I'm going to fire off Allure of Darkness. Do you have any response to this?
None.
Alright, draw 1, and we'll draw 2. Then I will banish Jinzo.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to just special summon Cyber Dragon here.
Mm-hmm.
I will then go to battle phase, and I will declare an attack on your monster.
Great. Giant rat.
Okay, so this will get you your first Amazoness into rotation.
Oh. Tiger.
Tiger. So it's 1500 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will just pass on this.
Okay. I will activate Amazoness Village.
Okay, so now we're at 1700.
Almost summon a Swordswoman.
Okay, reflecty damagey one. Which means that your Tiger has now gone up to 21.
Mm-hmm. Took battle damage from a battle. You're going to get battle damage if I do that. Okay, well, let's go battle. Crash.
Okay. Goodbye, Cyber Dragon. But this will trigger Village, which will let you special summon an Amazoness monster from your deck with a level less than or equal to the Amazoness monster in the graveyard.
Right, yes. Let's get out. Another Tiger.
Yep.
Attack directly for 1700.
We'll take the 17,
Attack directly for 21.
and we'll take the 21. Alright, fingers crossed I get something. I will special summon in defense mode Cyber Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to activate Soul Exchange.
Ooh.
I think I have to target Swordswoman here. And then summon out Cyber Dragon.
Okay.
And I can't attack this turn. Your turn.
Indeed.
Well, if you have Rat or if you have Swordswoman, you have lethal. In fact, yeah, I think you have lethal regardless. Just with what you have on board.
Really?
Yeah, I should have summoned Cyber Dragon face down. Because you can just run Amazoness Tiger into Cyber Dragon and then summon out Swordswoman and then run into Cyber Dragon.
Ah.
So what I should have done is set my Cyber Dragon off of the Soul Exchange Tribute.
Tell you what. Make it more interesting. I will tribute summon Queen.
Okay, I mean, yeah, this is still lethal, but this is a more exciting way of lethal.
And attack.
There's me down. Yeah, unfortunately, I drew all 3 Cyber Dragon and a Jinzo instead of the theme cards that I want to be drawing to summon out Hamon. I'll see if I can't do it in game 2. Right, we'll go second again. I really need the extra card since I'm sort of down a card. I mean, it basically just guarantees my first draw is going to be Hamon.
Set. And end.
Alright, so when is this? At the start of the duel, when the skill is activated. When is the duel? Start of your first turn. So yeah, I guess now. we take this to hand.
Come on.
Then we draw for turn. Stand by main. Right, we will special summon Cyber Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to activate Soul Exchange, get rid of this.
Ooh.
Summon out Jinzo. And then we'll pass on that because we can't attack this turn.
Okay.
No rat for you.
Yeah, that's rough.
You like my Sacred Beast deck? Does it feel very Sacred Beasty right now? For some reason, we keep drawing Cyber Dragons and Jinzo. We only have 3 Cyber Dragons and 1 Jinzo.
Just go ahead and activate Village.
Okay.
Normal summon Spy. Activate Heirloom.
Okay, it would be destroyed battle each turn. It is not destroyed after damage calculation. The equipped monster attacked a monster, destroy the attacked monster. Okay.
So we're gonna take a chunk here, but
I mean, Jinzo stops traps.
1600, so
He gets kablooied. Alright, draw for turn. Stand by main. This is less than ideal. Alright, I guess we'll go battle phase. Oh, we'll declare an attack.
Oh. It's what, 1300?
Mm-hmm. Your guy is not destroyed, but you do not get the banish because you did not declare the attack. Or the banish the destroying. And then we will just pass the turn on there. Oh, it's not, you should be 400 life points higher, by the way. Got your field spell out.
Oh, yeah. Almost summon Tiger.
Okay, so Tiger is 21 at the moment, so you can clear it and not lose any life points. Or you could ram with Matey Boy, lose a shit ton, dead to the crackback if I summon anything.
Yeah, let's Tactor a Clash.
Okay, this lets you trigger your Amazoness Village again.
Amazoness Village, yeah. We'll go Tiger again. Going for another 21.
Yep.
And then swing for 1,000.
Alright. We have cards that do it. Really like to see a very specific monster.
Oh wait, hang on. I put the strap down last turn, didn't I?
Yeah.
Not this turn, so I can activate Willpower. Oh, I know, I can only... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can only have 1 Tiger. Alright, well once again, there is 1 monster that I have not seen at all. I would like to see it now. Oh, that's not going to help me. Well, it's either this or nothing, so Allure of Darkness. I need to draw, I think, the two of the 3 dark monsters in my deck.
Did you do it?
Well, we got 1 of them, but it's the one we needed to draw.
Dark Summoning Beast.
Now the problem is, we have another one, but I'm in the same boat, where now I need to draw the last 2 Dark Summoning Beasts in my deck. Wow. I got 1. Now, what do we do? It doesn't help that I know what your face down card is, so I know I'm fucked no matter what.
You have to attack Tiger. If you kill it, I can play the trap card and summon out another Tiger.
Alright, I will do the best move I can, but unfortunately it's still not very good. I will activate Soul Exchange, targeting your Spy.
Yep.
To set a monster, and then pass the turn.
Okay. Normal summon Spy.
Okay.
Destroy by battle. Yeah, I can't use their effect. Well, activate Willpower.
Okay.
Special summoning the other Spy. Go battle. Attack with a 20.
Was the old Cyber Dragon.
Swing.
And then yeah, I got you then.
Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunately, both games I drew a bunch of Cyber Dragons and Jinzo. And nothing else really, which kind of sucks because that is not the half of the deck I want to be drawing. So what I want to be drawing is the Mr. Banish over here, the old Dark Summoning Beast. And basically, the whole point of the Cyber Dragons and the Soul Exchanges is so that when I get this in my hand, I can summon it easily. So I can tribute this card to special summon an Araya, Hamon, or Raviel from my hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So I just summon one from my deck, so I've got 2 more in there. So I just immediately get a 4k guy out. Also, monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn. You can only use the effect of the beast once per turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard to add one of them from your deck to your hand. So, Victory of the Shadow Riders, the skill lets me just basically recycle Dark Summoning Beast over and over if I want to. I also had the field spell Fallen Paradise, which is you cannot target my boys in my monsters and effects. Also, these monsters cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects while you control them. And if I control any of them, I can draw 2 cards each turn. So I get my draw for turn plus 2 more. And then the other card, which I never saw at all, was the Cerulean Skyfire, which is to special summon Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder. You can, using its own procedure, you could use face down spells you control. So I could have sacrificed my my Soul Exchanges. I could have got rid of my Soul Exchanges to summon it. Because again, my skill acts as a continuous spell, so I could also sacrifice that to get it out. And then you can negate any spell trap or activated effect by your opponent that targets while I control an attack position Hamon. Then I change Hamon to defense position. If a face-up Araya, Hamon, or Raviel you control leaves the field, you take no damage this turn. So it's kind of this like really difficult to out big boss monster that can't be targeted, can't be destroyed. I get a negate, I get loads of draws.
Yeah.
But obviously, if I don't see Dark Summoning Beast, the whole deck kind of falls apart. Which is a shame, but at the same time, like I said, I think if my deck gets going, it becomes not very good for you, right? Because it's a boss monster that has all these built-in protections. And Hamon himself is okay. When he destroys a monster by battle, he burns you for a K. And if he's in face-up defense position, monsters your opponent control cannot attack monsters except for him. Which isn't a fantastic effect, because you probably only have him anyway. But, the effective Cerulean Skyfire would change him to defense. As for your deck, it's Amazons. I don't even know what Spy does, to be honest. You can reveal one other Amazon monster in your hand, especially on this card from your hand. You can use effects with them. When this card is destroyed battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Amazon monster in your graveyard, except it returns to the hand. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, she was in here to reveal her queen, and then the end board I really wanted to get out was Queen, Tiger, and Swordswoman.
Yeah, which is it's not a bad board, right? I mean, Tiger becomes
can't be destroyed by battle.
Queen becomes a 26. Yeah, I used to so back in Duel Links, back when I was playing that properly, I played Amazon-esque because it was a really good free-to-play deck, and in that you would play things like Queen. But we don't have in Speed yet the modern support for Amazons, which kind of sucks. We still don't have Princess, and we don't have Onslaught, I think it's called. But when we get those cards, then I genuinely think that Amazons might shoot up to like tier 0, like if we ever got those cards. Because that was the thing, when we got the Tanya was announced for this product release, a lot of people were like, oh, well that means we'll be getting that modern support, and that make Amazons really, really, really strong. And then they came out and it was like, Queen is your new card. And it's like, yeah, Queen's good, but can we have the rest of the shit to make the deck actually really strong? And Konami were like, no, you can't have those.
Just Queen.
But yeah, this was a good one. It's a shame I kind of floundered, didn't really get to do stuff, but I feel like I was able to put up enough of a fight that this wasn't just a 2-0 super stomp. So,
totally.
Yeah, GG, buddy.
GG.